Well, I was diagnosed with pre-diabetes and I wasn't having it. So, started at COVID, we started walking, and it is super beneficial to our body structure, our heart, our lungs. The cool thing about walking the park is you could just make a left and you never know where you're going, so you're just exploring into a different part of the park, and you never know where you're going to end up, and it's kind of fun to find out what's at the end of the path. The interesting part about walking the park is sometimes you can walk on a paved trail that parallels the road, and then you could just walk right off into a wooded trail. Well, this walk today, we go off the beaten trail within the park. Usually what we do is we stay on the paved park that goes around the encampment, and you can see all the log cabins. Well, we were on a trail yesterday and thought that this might be the trail that we were looking for, and we met with a guy who was just on the trail, and he said it's a beautiful vista at the end and that we should check it out. I'm very excited about today. I love adventure. Usually what we do, our plans are usually to just do the normal trail around Valley Forge, and this time we're moving off onto different trails to adventure. Well, when you're walking on a trail, and you should always have your ID with you and a phone. It's also very helpful to have an energy bar and a bottle of water. Since it's during COVID, you should also bring a mask with you, because you never know who you're going to meet and how close they're going to be to you. One of the problems with doing these walks and them being so long is I have to listen to John talk about politics, racism, philosophy, world culture. It gets old. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a classroom lecture, and sometimes I feel bad for his kids. We're back on the path, the normal path, and we're going to go through the famous arch at Valley Forge Park, and that will bring us pretty close to our car. One thing I hate about hiking with John Doyle is he always says we're almost there, and then we have another mile. My legs are burning, and that's a good thing. You should always remember after a long walk that you should stretch after. Otherwise your muscles seize. I hated the hill, but I loved the hill. That brutal hill up those rocks was brutal during it, but I felt great after I was done. And that's the thing about walking, is you hate it in the beginning and love it at the end.